about, baby? It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, this is a crazy domestic issue happening in the Pizzle. We got 39-year-old Allison Swan, who is facing battery charges for allegedly attacking her wife with a fistful of nachos at their Port St. Lucie home on Saturday at about 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, boy. 3 a.m. nachos. You know there was some alcohol.
That's the Pizzle, baby.
That's just a pizzling.
It's kind of got that feel to it. Yes, her 40-year-old wife told Allison it was too late to eat and made a comment about her weight, so they started arguing.
Uh-oh. When you're craving the Taco Bell.
When you need the nachos Bel Grande and somebody in your intimate circle tells you you're fat and maybe you should skip the nachos Bel Grande, yeah, them's fighting words.
Fat shaming? Come on.
Then Allison grabbed a handful of cheesy nachos, as she described them, and shoved them down the back of the wife's pants.
Oh, boy.
As she was changing into new pants, she says Allison attacked her, pushed her against a wall, and slammed her head into the floor.
Oh, my gosh.
She ended up with a knot on her forehead. She also said that Allison held her down and used her fingers to fish hook her by the cheeks.
What cheeks?
These.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones on your face.
That's a
Hopefully not rectal.
That's a fair question.
Is it?
The whole time she was telling her that she was the one in charge. Well, at some point during all of this, the wife managed to call a friend, and then they called the police, who showed up and arrested Allison for domestic battery. She then tried to claim her wife was just drunk and rolled around in the nachos and then threw them against the wall. But parts of the story didn't line up, and the cops said they found nacho cheese inside the victim's pants.
And they looked at the wall. They measured the trajectory of said nachos. They could tell. This was an assault.
Well, I mean, the cheese was in the pants. That's why I asked which set of cheeks.
She's now not allowed to have any contact with her wife, but they do live together, so the police said she could get her stuff if they went with her.
Somebody's got to move.
And here's the other thing. They think they might work together, too.
Oh, no.
Maybe somebody could confirm that, yes.
Look, let me just tell you, for any relationship, this is a little bit too much intermingling. You work together. You're dating. You live together. No, you need some
They're married.
separation. You're going to drive anybody crazy with that much togetherness.
Yeah, you're spending too much time.
Yeah.
Nobody belongs. You can't do it.
You guys did it all wrong.
They're both registered nurses.
Oh, cool. That's. I don't want them taking my blood.
Got a lot of crazy animal news here in Florida, as you might expect. They say Humane Iguana Control removed 98 iguana eggs from a single yard in a Miami suburb.
98 eggs in 1 yard?
Yeah, you wonder why there's so many dang iguanas running around?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they believe it could be a new local record. And if you did not know, iguanas are an invasive species here in South Florida.
I mean, they are all the way up through Martin County, man. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
And I'm starting to see a new breed kind of take over. The one with the red head.
The mohawk?
Yeah, it's got like a red mohawk. It's black, and it is just like an iguana. But it looks kind of like a dinosaur.
It's a dragon iguana.
It's dragony, yeah. You've seen it.
I have seen those, and they're horrifying.
They lead the league on North Lake Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. Well, now it looks like we might have to worry about another invasive species, the Asian needle ant.
What the hell is that?
They believe that it is this ant that is native to Asia. They say that they've seen it in Georgia and other eastern seaboard states, and it's making its way through Florida now. They consider it to be a medically important pest, though not aggressive. The ant stings when trapped under clothing. So great, we got another stinging ant to deal with.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the Asian needle ant.
What happens to you if he stings you?
Immediate death.
Oh my God!
Wow, that's something.
Yep.
Are you making that up, or do you know?
That part, yeah, no. But it sounded good.
Did sound
Yeah,
good.
it really got your attention.
Yeah, I'm glued.
Yeah, sudden death. What? Huh? Crazy. Another interesting animal story. We got kangaroos hopping around all over the place.
How do these kangaroos keep getting loose? You got to get a better enclosure if you're entrusted with a kangaroo.
I honestly just can't even believe that people are really allowed to have kangaroos. Isn't that kind of crazy?
I think you have to have a special license, but I think you can have it.
But to Kevin's point, I can't believe people are allowed to have kangaroos.
It does seem kind of odd, yeah. This was in St. Cloud, Florida. This thing was just hopping around. They finally got it after a search by wildlife investigators.
Another kangaroo on the loose in Central Florida is safe at a facility tonight after causing just a little bit of chaos in Osceola County. And now FWC is on the hunt for its owner. Wildlife officers tell West Chew that they found it last night around 6 o'clock after getting reports of it hopping around the streets of St. Cloud. Anyone who knows the possible owner or anything about this kangaroo can call the FWC Wildlife Alert Hotline.
So after talking about all these crazy animals we have in Florida, there's a guy from Cape Coral that went to Yellowstone National Park, and there he got gored by a buffalo.
That's Florida, just being Florida.
Yeah,
Dude, they say stay back.
Yeah.
Don't try to take a selfie with the buffalo.
Right.
Much like the iguana, can the kangaroo overtake Florida if it is allowed out in the wild and they,
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Why is that?
I don't think they breed at the same rate. And, we talked and started off by saying 98 iguana eggs. Kangaroos don't reproduce at that level. Yeah.
So it kind of wasn't a good question, was it?
Whatever.
I mean, if you ranked it on all the questions asked today, it'd be at the bottom.
I don't think that was a bad question. I stand by it.
And the one that's actually at the top's not that good either. 2 people in Connecticut were busted for prostitution after they were caught getting it on in a parked car that was blocking the driveway to the police station.
I mean, guys, are we just trying to make it too easy for the cops?
Or was that what they were into, the fact that they could get caught? That's a thing.
I don't think they were very smart, actually, because after getting caught, they found a ton of drugs on them. So, I mean, maybe they wanted all that to happen. I don't know. Maybe they're tired of being free. I don't know.
Dummies.
Yeah. There is a viral video from Raleigh-Durham International Airport that is stirring up some controversy for Frontier Airlines. It's a 45-year-old passenger who tried to check in to his flight to Boston. He showed up under the airline's 60-minute pre-departure check-in window, and the people working the desk said, yeah, you got to pay us $25. So he got a little frustrated, and he said, no, what? What are you talking about, $25? I mean, I'm here, so why can't I get on? Well, it kind of escalated from there.
You're 30 minutes before the flight.
Please leave, sir.
No.
Can you please leave my personal
No.
space?
I'm decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in. Make
You
me
literally
check you in.
work for a
Make
company
me
that
check
I
you
bought
in.
a
Make
plane
me check
ticket
you in.
for. Check in.
And you're not getting on your flight. It's a Boston Mayday flight. And you think, you're going to check me in. I bet you we won't.
Okay, yeah, he told them, I'm never flying this S-Bommy airline again. And they're like going, oh, yeah, you thought you were going to get on your flight? That ain't happening. So he wound up buying a $500 JetBlue airline ticket, contacted the company because of what's going on virally. Frontier's had to deal with it. They fired all the employees that were involved, and they're trying to, cover this whole thing up and say, yeah, we don't have that fee, and it shouldn't have been handled that way. So
Odd. I've never, and I've been late for a lot of flights.
Right.
I've never heard of, hey, you owe us $25 because you're past the 1 hour check-in window. I will tell you, though, they will say, if you are in less than an hour from your flight taking off, your bag might not make it.
Okay.
If you're trying to check a
Right.
bag and then you're running through the terminal, which I've done, and praying that the TSA line is short like it is at PBI, your bag might not make it under that hour. But to try to shake you down for 25 extra bucks.
And they had a mocking kind of tone to their energy as well, which he captured on video for him.
That's why I just go bagless when I travel now on a plane.
And they were so bold. They were videoing him back. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw it. They were like, "Oh yeah, you're going to video us. We're videoing you." And it just, ugh.
Yeah, Frontier didn't like how it was handled. So
No.
they said you don't have the right energy for a Frontier airline employee, and they're trying to deal with all the other fallout on social media.
You need to be back tier, not front tier.
There's a woman in England that sued her company after a coworker took an online personality test for her that was supposed to tell you which Star Wars character you were. You know, he's had May the 4th. Ooh. Yes. So they did the test, and then the coworker laughs and then announces to the whole office, "Guess what? She's Darth Vader." The woman was so embarrassed she quit and sued the company and won a $40,000 judgment.
Wow.
How about that, huh?
Whoa, the force is strong with her.
Wow.
What a Sith move, huh?
That is layered.
Yeah, it is. So there you go.
Who wants to take that test?
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.